Ratios could be a pain in Excel, especially if you don't know the seldom used formula that I'm going to show you in this tutorial. So we will start. We won't look at this data. We will look at this simple example where I have 2 managers and 7 team members. So if I want to hard code this, I will do 2 to 7, right? This is the ratio. Or I could do 2 and then I can do column, then 7. If I press enter, you can see that I get here some kind of calculation. So this is not what I want. So if you have the same problem, you can do apostrophe 2 and then you do column 7. It will transform this to a text. So this is the same. Now let's try to do it with a bit of formulas and then we will fix the formulas. So if we do equal, then we take the first cell, then we have the and, then double quotation, we do the column, double quotation, and then we have this cell. We press enter, we get 2 to 7, which is the same. Now the problem arises when instead of having 7 here, you have 6. So 2 to 6 actually should be 1 to 3, right? So you need to divide it by 2. So how to do this automatically? Well, there is a formula called GCD, which is greatest common denominator. So I'm just going to show you GCD here, equal GCD, then you open parentheses, you have the numbers. Here the numbers are next to each other, so I can select them like this. But in case they weren't, you can do, for example, E1, and then select the other number, which could be here, and then you can close parentheses, no problem. In this case, I'm just going to select E1 to E2, then close parentheses, press enter, you get 2. So here I could do E1 divided by the GCD ratio and then E2 divided by the GCD ratio. So you can see we get 1 to 3. If we had 7, here the greatest common denominator is 1, so you get 2 to 7. So that's great. Let's try to integrate everything together. I know the formula will get bigger, but it's okay. I just want to show you how it works. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna count the number of managers and team members from this data set. So let's try to do it together. So first, what do I have? I have the number of managers, E1, right? It's 2. So what we could do is use a count if here. So count if, open parenthesis, the range, I'm gonna select the whole B column because that will ensure that if I have additional data, it will take it. You can also transform this to an Excel table that will do the job. And then we do comma. The criteria is actually, we're going to put it in double quotation, manager. Let's close this. This is my first count if. Now E2, it's a number of team members. So what I could do is copy this, Control C. I'll just go here and then I'll do Control V, but instead of managers, I'm gonna put team member. Then you have the GCD formula. So the GCD formula, we just can replace this by GCD, and then you have the first number is what? It's count if managers. So we'll put it here, comma. The second number is count if team members. Then you can close the parentheses. So in the GCD, what did we do? We did count if managers, the second number, count if team member. This GCD formula, you can copy it and paste it instead of E4. For those of you who are having trouble with the whole formula, you can either have them in different cells or build it block by block like I'm doing. Try and you will see it will be very easy at the end. You'll get the hang of it. So I pasted this. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger so you can see this. And then I'll do enter. So here you have 1, 2, 3 because we have 2 managers and 6 team members. Now let's add Biba and let's have her as a team member. You can see that automatically you get 2 to 7. I'm also going to show you this formula by going to formula, evaluate formula, And here, if you see, you have count if managers. So here we have two managers. Here in my GCD formula, I'm counting the number of managers. I have 2. Count if team members, I have 7. So that if I click 7, the common denominator between 2 and 7 is actually 1. So if you click, you get 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So that's the first part of the equation. And then you have the column. So the column comes with the 2. Then same thing. Count if team members is 7. Count if manager here inside the GCD is 2. Count if of team member inside GCD is 7. And then the greatest common denominator between 2 and 7 is 1. 7 divided by 1 is 7. And then you get 2 to 7. So this is how it works. Please let me know in the comment section, what do you think about ratios? Have you ever used ratios in Excel? And as usual, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That will help me make videos like this one.